back to another walk and talk with yours truly, Andy, the Sigma Prepper, and Hugo, who's here with me. But we're heading into the woods. We're going to be going to the pond for one of my favourite spots with Hugo, and we're going to have a look at what's going on this week in the news, what we've talked about, some of the things that you've talked about. And also, before we get rocking, let me just mention, tomorrow, the 23rd of April at 3 p.m, the UK is having their emergency alert protocols being tested, where everybody gets a notification emergency national alert system, right? Because of that, I did say that I'd be doing a live show to cover it, yeah? As a result, we can talk about that. And the idea is to be streaming it live on the spot with 3 smartphones, well, 2 smartphones and a dumb phone. And I'll be using different techniques with each of them so that we can see what the response is of the alert system. So that's the first thing. Don't miss that. The 23rd of April, 3 p.m. UK time, probably 2 p.m. UK time is probably when I'll go live. We need to start a bit earlier in case they try and catch us out. So that's the first thing. And with that being said, let's get on with this week's news then and see what we talked about and what's been happening this week for those that missed it. So the first up, we had the Sudan fighting. It's still ongoing in Sudan. That's continuing to be an issue. And of course, for those that saw the SHTF Intel report on Monday, I kind of broke down what that was all really about in terms of where Russia fits into that whole Sudan picture. So do check out that video if you missed it. See if my theory is correct on the reasons why it's happening and so on. So that was one of the main stories this week. Next story then was the ChatGPT versus TruthGPT from Elon Musk, who of course came out in his interview with Tucker Carlson, where he was talking about his idea with the TruthGPT, since the ChatGPT had got so woke and he needed something that wasn't sort of agenda driven, which, you know, fair play. That's kind of what I was showing a while ago, and what I also did on that show, I believe that was the Tuesday, was we talked about, we're at Hugo's favourite place at the pond here. He's checking out for ducks. So yeah, the whole thing with the Elon Musk with the ChatGPT is it's gone a bit woke, and I showed lots of examples about some of the searches that people had done on the ChatGPT and some of the responses that it got back. To be honest, quite racist, yeah, as you'd agree if you caught the show. If not, do look out for that one. Some of the problems with the way that AI can be used against us and things, and some of the signs to watch out for with AI being regulated so that the small people like us wouldn't be able to use it. Only the big corporations would have access to that kind of, you know, AI power. That was a big topic this week. Do check that out if you're interested in AI and maybe the effects it could be having on us now and in the future. It was a great show, so check that one out. Got a feeling it's going to be a lovely sunset tonight. It's looking lovely out there. It's a lovely still evening as well. The birds singing and the sun setting in the distance. It's times like this we can ground ourselves, you know how I mean. I've got my favourite tree coming up. I'll be giving it a good old hug and centering myself. So we've got that coming up in a second. Oh, Hugo's having a good old sniff while we're just checking out the sun setting just above my head right there. But what a lovely, peaceful location. Thank you to whoever created it so that we can all enjoy it right now. So we're just having a sit down, Hugo and I, having a little bit of a sit down. We're just chilling out for a few minutes and getting our breath. So one of the other news stories as well going on this week, of course, talking of Elon Musk, was the SpaceX Starship flight, which was a flight, and it was a launch, but it just ended in a big pop. So we obviously showed the footage of that as well during the week on that show. You'll see the thumbnail for that SHTF Intel, which of course featured the rocket itself, right? Poor old Elon. And talking of Elon Musk, of course, he's another thing we reported more recently was the blue check mark controversy, where people aren't liking the fact that their blue check marks have been taken away if they're not paying the $8. And people are complaining, you see, that it's like a pay-to-play thing that he's introduced. But as I mentioned to a friend of mine I was talking to earlier today, funnily enough, was really it's the other way around, because what he's done is remove the check marks from the people who were paying like the $20,000 under the table to get their blue check marks, right? That was the pay to play, because when he uncovered what was going on in Twitter, it showed that there was lots of money under the table, $10,000 here, $20,000 there, for people to get their blue check marks, right, under the table. That is what I would call pay to play. You know, you still have to go through the verification techniques and things to become verified on Twitter, even paying your $8, right? So it's not like, you know, just any willy-nilly person's going to come and take your name. That's not how it works. One of the polls that we had, we love the live polls we get to do during the live shows for the SHTF Intel. That's the benefit of doing them live. Will Elon Musk ever make it to the moon? Sorry, to Mars? And one of the possible answers was yep. One of the answers was no chance. And one of the possibilities was let's try the moon first, right? If you want to get to Mars, maybe we should try getting to the moon first. So that was one of the options. And I think it was off the top of my head about 62% or something like that, or the majority at least, had voted in the live poll for let's try getting to the moon first, whether Elon will actually ever get to Mars or not. So as usual, Elon Musk trolling. Now this is what I call le magnifique of a tree. Hello, le magnifique of a tree. Ah, hello, le magnifique of la tree. Oh, you know, we have to ground ourselves and get ourselves some heart love vibe energy from nature. Go and hug a tree, trust me. It sorts out things like blood pressure and everything, apparently. But, you know, I get one of those little tingly feelings when I hug a tree. So go and find a tree somewhere, one as magnifique as this beautiful specimen of an oak tree. So just a quick thank you as well to those during this week who have been supporting the channel and doing the old Streamlabs super chats. It's been a real good help, thank you. And it's allowed me to make some extra time as well to add some new scenes in. We've got the memes now, which I've just about finished the new segments for that. Thank you to everybody who's contributing with the memes. It's been great to have everybody doing their bit, and it makes it far more of an interactive show. So that's all done through Discord. So those that aren't aware, the link will be in the description of this video as well. You can join Discord free. It's a great Wolfpack family over there, full of knowledge and experience. So all there to help you. And if you're an avid prepper, then don't forget, we're always looking for more people to contribute to our world. And also on Friday, the last few days I spent creating a maximum respect with gang signs award, for just general maximum points in the chat, you know, to make it a bit fun. So I spent some time putting that segment together. Funnily enough, Sandy was our first ever winner for the maximum respect award. So that'll be fun going forwards as well. Any other ideas anyone's got? If you want to sort of give us a heads up of some of the sort of ideas you have for the show, make it better, or some of the way I do the news. Maybe you've got something else you'd like to see me talk about as part of the news. You know, I'm an open book and I'm always the student, so let us know if there's something that you would like me to do better or more often. It will be a pleasure and an honour. Thank you to everyone as well who, for your kind comments, for doing the good news reports. Like I say, no one else seems to do it, and I think it's important going forward that we find a balance in the things that we talk about and the joy that we have and we can find in everything going on in the world, despite how it may seem the end of the world. So talking of the end of the world, today is the 22nd of April and tomorrow is the 23rd of April, obviously. We're going to be doing a live show because the UK is having their first ever national emergency alert test, if you like, on everyone's mobile device, at least everyone's smart device. But we're going to test that theory because tomorrow, the 23rd of April, I'm going to be setting up a test and I'll be having the phones on my desk with a desk cam and we'll be checking out exactly what's going to happen with it. And I'll give you a bit of a rundown before it happens as to what I think is going to happen with the actual phone signal system, the way it works and everything. That's my theory anyway, but we'll be testing that tomorrow. Do join me. I should be able to get a link in the description of this video so that you'll be able to follow it tomorrow and you'll know when I'm going live. Obviously, I'll do an announcement on the Discord server as usual. So do follow Discord and then you'll make sure you don't miss it. So that's the plan tomorrow. Be there. It'll be a good old live show. We'll do some other stuff in between. We'll have an SHTF Intel report as well and various other bits and pieces going on. So don't miss that. That's going to be good. Good time to catch up on Sunday, 23rd of April, 2 p.m. UK time. You have to look it up. And in the meantime, you know how it is. Love, peace and progress to the pack.